At exactly 10:45 in the morning, an elderly man slowly walked toward the city's most luxurious car showroom, Imperial Motors. He wore a white kurta pajama, a worn cloth bag hung from his shoulder, and there was calmness in his eyes. Behind the showroom's glass walls, brand new shiny cars were displayed: BMW, Honda, Mercedes, all priced in crores. As soon as the old man stepped inside, the guard blocked his way. "Hey Baba, what are you doing here? Go sit outside in the parking area. Only customers come inside." The old man smiled gently and said, "Son, I am a customer. I need to meet the manager. I want to see a car." The guard laughed and said to another security guy standing beside him, "Did you hear that? Baba has come to buy a car." "Which one? The bicycle model?" Both of them burst out laughing. The old man said nothing. He simply kept the same peaceful smile and said, "Son, whether you laugh or get angry, I will go inside." Just then, a sharp voice came from inside. "What's all this noise at the entrance?" It was Kritika Singh, the senior sales executive of the showroom. She stepped out wearing high heels, a black suit, and holding a tablet. She looked at the old man from head to toe and gave a slight, sarcastic smile. "Baba, this showroom sells cars, not tea. You must have come to the wrong place." The old man replied politely, "No, daughter, I have come to the right place. I want to see the most expensive car here." Kritika couldn't hold back her laughter. "Oh, really? Our most expensive car is the on-rails X9 price, 3.5 crores. Will you be paying in cash or by check?" The old man said, "Don't worry about the payment. Just show me the car first." Kritika turned to her colleague Vikram and said, "Please remove the car cover. Our VIP customer wants a viewing." Vikram smirked and said, "Ma'am, is this a joke? This man looks like he walked straight from the footpath." Kritika said, "Yes, but what's the harm in a little time pass?" Both of them walked to the car, laughing, and pulled the cover off. The car's body gleamed brightly. The old man examined it carefully. Then he said softly, "I want to hear the engine sound." Vikram got irritated. "Baba, this isn't some local vehicle. Even sitting inside it is not allowed. It's a showpiece." The old man said, "Take me to your owner. He will understand what I mean." Kritika sighed in annoyance. "Oh God, now he wants to meet the owner too." She went to the reception and picked up the phone. "Sir, an old man is here. He says he wants to buy the area's X9. Probably joking." From the other side, a voice replied, "Let him joke. He'll leave on his own after a while." The voice belonged to Abhishek Mehra, the general manager of the showroom. An arrogant, sales-driven man who judged people by their clothes. Kritika hung up and told the old man, "The manager is busy. Come some other day." The old man said, "I need to meet him today. It's important." Vikram laughed and said, "The important thing is that you should leave, Baba. There's water kept outside. Please drink some." Saying that, both of them walked inside. The old man stood there for a few moments, then sat down on the nearby chair. After a little while, a young boy, around 25 years old, came to him. His name was Ravi Tiwari, a new junior salesman. Ravi asked, "Baba, why is everyone scolding you? Do you need something?" The old man smiled. "I just need to meet your manager, son." Ravi said, "Okay, I'll try." He ran to the manager's office. "Sir, there's an old man outside. He says he wants to buy a car. I saw him. He looks poor. But maybe there's some truth later." Abhishek lifted his eyes. "Ravi, you're new. Every month 100 people like him come here. Your job is to identify real buyers. Now go and send him outside." Ravi hesitated. "But sir, what if he is truly—" Abhishek cut him off. "Enough. Don't argue. Do your job." Ravi came out. The old man was still sitting calmly. He said softly, "Baba, they said you should come later. He's busy right now." The old man nodded. "All right. Son, when the time is right, the meeting will happen by itself." Ravi asked in surprise, "What is your name?" The old man smiled. "The time to know the name hasn't come yet, son." And saying that, he took out a small sealed envelope from his cloth bag. He said to Ravi, "Give this to your manager, but only when he's alone." Ravi took the envelope. "What's inside this?" The old man said, "The answer is inside, just give it to him." Ravi couldn't understand anything, but when he looked into the old man's eyes, he felt a strange depth, as if he was not an ordinary man, but something else. The envelope started to feel heavy in Ravi's hand. Ravi carefully placed the sealed envelope in his shirt pocket. Inside the showroom, there was still the same rush. New customers, trays of tea, shining tires, and sales talk. But Ravi's mind was now somewhere else. Every time his fingers touched the envelope, he felt like something big was hidden inside it. About half an hour later, the showroom became a little quiet. Abhishek Mehra was alone in his cabin. Ravi gathered courage and walked inside. "Sir." "Yes, Ravi, now what happened?" Abhishek replied without lifting his head. "That old man. He told me to give you this envelope. He said to give it only when you're alone." Abhishek smiled. "Why? What's written in it?" "A charity request." Then he took the envelope, broke the seal, and pulled out a single white sheet. On it, a few lines were typed in blue ink. "Dear Mr. Abhishek Mehra, from your behavior today, I understood a lot. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I will meet you at the Aurelius Group head office. There it will be decided whose hands will hold the future of Imperial Motors. S. Shekhawat." Abhishek's face immediately tightened. He read the name again. S. Shekhawat. His forehead wrinkled. "I've heard this name somewhere," he murmured. Suddenly he remembered. Aurelius Group was the same company whose franchise this entire showroom operated under, and S. Shekhawat was one of the founding directors of this brand. But he had not appeared in public for many years. Abhishek quickly picked up the intercom. "Kritika, come to my cabin immediately." Within seconds, Kritika entered. "What happened, sir?" Abhishek handed her the envelope. "Read this. Do you understand what it means? That old man who came in the morning, that in this name, Shekhawat. Do you realize what this means?" Kritika read it, and her face went pale. "Sir, meaning he is our..." "Yes," Abhishek slammed his hand on the table. "He is one of our franchise owners, and we made him sit outside." Kritika's voice trembled. "What will we do now, sir? If he reports..." Abhishek took a deep breath. "Nothing will happen. Until now, he has only given a warning. By tomorrow, I'll fix everything." Kritika said, "But how? People who reach that level know how to handle every shock." "When he comes tomorrow, I'll tell him sorry. A little emotional drama, a little flattering. Everything will be fine." Kritika nodded slowly. "But sir, what if he directly tells the corporate team?" Abhishek smiled. "Even then, I have a plan. We can take advantage of his old age. If he makes any claim, I'll say some fake man was using his name. It's an old trick. It will work." Kritika went silent. She knew that Sir's confidence often crossed the line into arrogance. Meanwhile, Ravi was standing outside, hearing everything. He didn't go in, but every word reached his ears from the door's edge. Anger rose inside him. He thought, they made a mistake yesterday, and today they are trying to cover it with lies again. That night, Ravi didn't go home. He stayed in the small office behind the showroom, sitting at the computer. He opened the Aurelius Group website. Then he went to the Contact Board of Directors section and wrote an email. Subject: A request about Mr. S. Shekawat's visit to Imperial Motors. Dear Sir, today an old man came who introduced himself as Mr. Shekawat. The staff behaved wrongly with him. He was almost thrown out of the showroom. I am writing this email so the truth reaches you. Ravi Tiwari, Junior Sales Executive. He sent the mail. His heart was racing, but his soul felt lighter. The next morning at exactly 10 a.m., the same old man arrived at the showroom gate. But this time he wasn't alone. 4 cars stopped behind him. A few officers in black suits stepped out. The guard froze. Kritika and Vikram's faces lost all color. And Abhishek Mehra, whose smile had been so sharp yesterday, now had dry lips. The old man walked straight inside and said, "Where is Mr. Abhishek Mehra?" There was no softness in his voice now. That voice was an order. The entire showroom went silent. In the glass walls, only the sound of his footsteps echoed. Abhishek slowly came out of his cabin, a fake smile stuck to his face. "Namaste, sir," he said quickly, folding his hands. "What happened yesterday was a misunderstanding, sir. The staff..." Shekawat raised his hand to stop him. His eyes were cold and direct. "The mistake was not only the staff's, Mr. Mehra. The mistake was in your character." Abhishek staggered. "Sir, I swear." "Swear later." Shekawat's voice grew deeper. "First tell me. When a man comes in simple clothes, you don't consider him a customer." Kritika and Vikram stood in a corner, hearing everything. Sweat rolled down Kritika's neck. Shekawat walked forward and stopped in the center of the showroom. He looked around. Every employee stood, with their head lowered. "This is the same showroom I started 20 years ago," he said. "Back then, there were only 2 cars and 5 people. We had a dream that no matter how a customer came, he would be treated with respect." He paused, then looked directly at Abhishek. "But now," he said, "only arrogance is being sold here." Abhishek's voice started trembling. "Sir, please give us one chance. Yesterday was a very bad day." "Yes," Shekawat replied, "but bad days help you recognize people, and yesterday I recognized you." Meanwhile, one of the officers who came with him placed a file on the table. "Sir, we watched the entire CCTV footage from yesterday. Everything is on record." The color drained from Abhishek's face. Kritika's breath caught in her throat. Shekawat said, "I saw the video. You all were laughing, mocking. And a senior customer was not even given a place to sit. Is this your brand value?" Abhishek bowed his head. "Sir, I admit I made a mistake. Shekawat cut him off. "This is not the time to admit mistakes. This is the time to answer for them." He pointed toward Ravi, who was standing behind Kamsan. Ravi was startled. Slowly he stepped forward. Shekawat smiled. "This is the boy who didn't meet me with lies, but with truth, who didn't try to hide my insult, but chose to tell me what really happened." The entire staff was stunned. Kritika whispered, "Ravi sent the mail." Shekawat looked at Abhishek. "You know, Mehra, the person sitting at the lowest position in your showroom turned out to be the highest." Then he opened the file and said, "From today, the management structure of Imperial Motors is being changed. Abhishek Mehra, you are suspended with immediate effect." Abhishek stood shocked. "Sir, please. I have a family, my career." "Your career is not ending," Shekawat said calmly. "You just need to understand real work now. For the next 6 months you will work in the service section. You will clean the dust off cars, bring tea for customers, and learn what real respect means." Silence spread across the showroom. Tears filled Kritika's eyes. Shekawat turned to her. "And you, Miss Kritika, you're being given one more chance. But remember, if next time a customer is judged by his clothes, you will be out." Kritika bowed her head. Sorry, sir, I understand. Then Shekhawat faced Ravi. Ravi, you didn't pay the price for truth. You earned from it. From today, you are the assistant manager of the showroom. Ravi's eyes widened. Sir, I'm new. Yes, Shekhawat smiled. But you have something no one else here has. Humanity. Kritika said softly, Ravi, what you did, no one else could do. Ravi replied, I just did what felt right. Shekhawat looked at Abhishek one last time. Remember, Mera, the real value of a brand does not lie in cars, but in the hands that touch them with respect. He picked up his walking stick and started moving toward the door. Every step echoed across the showroom floor, as if each echo was saying, Humanity's vehicle always leads the way. 3 weeks had passed. The atmosphere in the showroom was not the same anymore. Everyone had become a little more polite, a little more careful. The board of Imperial Motors now shined brighter than before. But this time, its shine came not from the cars, but from Ravi's honesty. Ravi was now the assistant manager. Employees had started calling him Sir, but he always smiled and said, Are, don't call me Sir, Ravi is fine. Every morning he arrived first, switched on the showroom lights and stood for 5 minutes at the same spot where Mr. Shekhawat had sat. For him, that place was nothing less than a temple. Now one day, Kritika came and said, Ravi, you've been called to the Aurelius head office today. Ravi was surprised. Me? What for? They didn't say, Kritika replied. They just said Mr. Shekhawat wants to meet you himself. The tall, glass-covered building. Every door opened automatically. Ravi had never seen such a big office. The receptionist said, Mr. Ravi Tiwari, sir is waiting for you. He walked inside. Mr. Shekhawat was there, in a white kurta. But this time, there was a thick file and several charts placed in front of him. Come, Ravi, he said. How are you? Good, sir. Everything is going well. I know, Shekhawat smiled. I get a report every week, and there's always one word written next to your name. Truth. Ravi felt shy. Sir, I'm just doing my job. Shekhawat leaned back in his chair. Ravi, I need to tell you something. I've decided that I will slowly retire now. Ravi was shocked. What? But sir, without you... Shekhawat smiled gently. Every engine must stop one day, son. But what matters is that the vehicle keeps moving. He slid the file toward Ravi. This is the file for my trust, Aurelius Foundation. I want you to start working as director in charge. Ravi's lips went dry. Sir, but I was just a salesman. You were, Shekhawat said. No, you are an example. And a company needs examples. Not just managers. Ravi's eyes grew moist. I promise, sir. I will never bow down to lies. I know. Shekhawat nodded. That's why you were chosen. Meanwhile, Abhishek was still in the service section, dusting customers' cars. Sometimes the other staff looked at him and smiled quietly, but he never reacted. He simply worked, trying to correct every old mistake. One day, Ravi went to the service area. Abhishek, sir. Abhishek was startled. No one had called him sir in weeks. I just wanted to say, Ravi spoke softly, I'm not taking your place. I'm only doing what you taught me. Work with dedication. Abhishek looked at him, eyes slightly wet. Ravi, if you hadn't spoken the truth that day, I would have never seen my own mistake. You didn't bring me down. You woke me up. Ravi smiled. Then we both learned something. Abhishek nodded. Yes, I learned one thing for sure. Don't judge clothes, judge character. They shook hands. Kritika was standing nearby. There was peace in her eyes, too. That night, when Ravi stepped outside, he saw a car parked in the lot, black old, but shining. It was the same car in which Mr. Shekawat had come the very first day. On its hood lay a small envelope. Ravi picked it up. Inside, only one line was written. When the world starts recognizing you, remain the same person you were when no one knew your name. Is Shekawat. Ravi smiled, placed the envelope in his pocket, and looked up at the sky, where even the stars seemed to whisper. The vehicle of truth never stops.